Welcome back, Romantic Home family, and welcome if y'all are new. I am Olivia, Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video, I am so excited to share with you guys 5 DIY porch patio kind of garden refresh ideas. You guys can hear there is a symphony of birds singing. We just had a little bit of a gentle rain, but in today's video, I just want to share with you guys some ways that you can freshen things up in your outdoor area with a little bit of paint and creativity. Totally budget-friendly ideas. I also want to share with you guys some of the flowers that are blooming in my yard. I don't really have a flower garden, but if you guys can see this little rose back behind me, it is really showing up and showing out. So if you guys love to craft and decorate on a budget, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It's totally free. And also pop over and follow me on my Olivia's Romantic Home DIY Facebook page, where I share like 6 or 7 DIY videos a day with you guys over there, as well as I have a free group page if you guys want to share photos of your home decor and DIY projects. Thank you so much for being here. Without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. Okay friends, I have no shame in my fake gardening game. We're going to create some easy to care for summer outdoor plants that are not necessarily real. So I grabbed this planter from Walmart, filled it with dirt, then filled it with some pebbles or stones. Then from the Walmart floral section, I grabbed some 99-cent florals, and I grabbed 7 bundles of each color, and I'm using pink and yellow. So I'm using pink on either side and then yellow in the center, and I'm just kind of fanning the florals out. That way they look a little bit more realistic. Now, please don't have any shame in your fake gardening game. Not everybody has the physical ability or the time or even the money to keep up with real plants. So this is a great solution. I see some of my neighbors doing this, and listen, I love real gardening, but I'm going to tell you what, around here where I live in the southern Midwest, our summers get hot. So I like to do a mix of fake gardening and real gardening. That way, by the time at the end of August when I'm giving up and my plants are, my annuals are done for, I still have some pretty plants that have not died on me. I'm going to continue making this arrangement using the pink and yellow flowers, and I'm going to share with you guys another little hack of what I did once I had everything in. So again, this was about 7 bundles of each floral, and you just kind of want to move them around until you feel like they look really full and nice. And I feel like this looks pretty nice, like a spring cottage garden. Here's how it looks. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with some fake moss, and I put it in a big bowl so it didn't get it everywhere, even though we're outside, but just an idea if you're crafting inside. And then I'm going to add hot glue down into kind of the stem of the fake plant. And I really dribbled it down inside of the stem of that fake plant, and then just push the moss down inside of that. I feel like this is a great way to kind of make a little bit more realistic, but hopefully this moss will hold up to our strong winds that I get on my hill. And the last step in our fake gardening game is I'm going to use some Scotch Guard to Scotch Guard these flowers. I don't think I've ever tried this before, but hey, there's a first time for everything. I also know that there's a company that makes a Never Wet, and you can use that on fake florals as well. So I'm just going to give it a nice little spray here, and boom, we have a fabulous fake garden idea on a total budget, and these will never die on you, which is even better. Okay, what do you guys think about this fake gardening? Let me know if this is something you love to do as well. Before we get started on this project, we have to give our favorite creative director, Beachy Bear, my little terrier, a drink of water. He says hi to everyone. Okay, for this DIY project, I'm going to use some of this ballet slipper pink 2X Rust-Oleum spray paint, and we are going to do some more fake gardening. Yes, you guys, I have no shame in my fake gardening game. For this project, I'm using these little spheres that I had found at Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. You guys can get these at Hobby Lobby on clearance. I initially painted the base white, and now I'm going to go back over them with some pink spray paint. If you guys have been watching me for a while, I actually painted these red during the winter months. And the reason I'm painting them and not leaving them green is because I've had them for quite some time, so they've gotten really faded. But I just gave each little sphere a whole bottle of spray paint, so that really coated the entire thing. And I've had so many of you guys ask me questions about where I got my pink plants. I'm really hoping these are going to last for quite some time. Pink is my favorite color, as you guys can tell, and I am doing my back patio in like kind of a girly Barbie dream house idea, just where it's really fun and sweet. And now for this part of the project, I'm going to use some Dollar Tree planters, and I decided to go in with this Sunshine Yellow spray paint. I don't generally use yellow, so I'm still on the fence about it. You guys are going to have to let me know. And as you can see, the wind is really kicking up. I need to grab a box and put these in there, but I was getting my spray paint game on, and so anyway, I just went ahead and kept at it. Okay, so once I have my little pink plants popped down into my bright yellow planters, and again, I'm kind of going for that really cute and fun, just girly cottage, or, just that fun little Barbie dream house patio. I thought the yellow looked kind of cute. I wanted it to be kind of fun and whimsical. I put it on top of those little pink stands, and I thought it looked really cute. This is the backdoor patio space. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the yellow planter? And what do you think about my cute little faux gardening? For this next DIY, we're going to set a little Dollar Tree tablescape. So I'm starting out with this cute little check tablecloth that I found at the thrift store. I have it doubled up, and I'm just going to pull it over my little pink garden set that I painted last season. We have to add in some greenery to the center, and then these little plates at Walmart were 50 cents, the pink ones, and then the pink stripe ones were in the Walmart like dollar plus section or whatever, so they were really inexpensive. I think a 2-pack was $3. I'm just going to set them on top of the little chargers and then add in the little yellow plates. Again, I want this to kind of feel almost playhouse like it's a Barbie dream house. So there we have that. And then these little pink margarita glasses are at Dollar Tree, as well as these super adorable summer flamingo napkins. I decided it would be really cute to spread these out like it was a placemat. That would be a really fun idea to do, and then just add my plates on top of that. You could really change things up and make different tablescapes with this idea, which I love making tablescapes. Even if we don't really use them to eat on, I just love creating them. I don't know, I guess it's kind of like when you're a little playing house. So anyway, I found this little planter at the thrift store, and I'm putting some of the little Dollar Tree luau stuff inside of it, and then just making kind of like a stash for all of my outdoor plates, and that way we can grab them, set them outside, and if I host a little barbecue, or last year I hosted my sister's bridal shower, just any little event, even if it's just eating dinner outside, we're going to have a super cute little space. And to fill up the back, I'm adding in some tissue paper to the back of this. This is kind of an idea too, if you were creating like a little gift basket. This would be a fun way. It's a way that I fill things in. So I'm just going to pop it onto the table, super easy peasy, and here is how it turned out. Let me know what you guys think about this fun little inexpensive dollar store summer place setting. For this next DIY, I'm going to share with you guys an easy way to jazz up one of those big plastic watering cans and make it cute for decoration. I'm going to use some of this Rust-Oleum 2X pink ballet slipper spray paint. This is my favorite spray paint for creating that perfect kind of powder pink look. And I will tell you, I got a little aggressive with my spray paint, and it also, you can tell there's a lot of overspray because it kind of started giving me a little bit of trouble, and also the wind was kicking up. Oh, I needed to have popped it into a box. But anyway, I went ahead and went on about my spray painting business and really went to town on this. You guys, I think this turned out so adorable. It's probably one of my favorite projects so far in this video, although doing outdoor gardening goodies is what I love to do. Now, let me know what you guys want to see in some of our upcoming videos. Do you want me to do a big 4th of July decor idea? I do love decorating for the 4th of July. It's still April, so I'm not totally ready to go all out 4th of July, but let me know if you guys want to see that or just some more fun patio garden ideas. How are you guys decorating your house for summer? I am going to be hosting a Hobby Lobby giveaway for gift cards, and this time I'm going to be doing 4 $25 Hobby Lobby gift cards, so that'll give more viewers chances to win. All you guys have to do is comment down below and make sure you're following me. Now it's time for a little mini rose garden tour, or I'm just going to share with you guys some of the plants in and around my home. So on my back patio off to the side of it, I had planted this rose that my mother-in-law had given me, and it's probably about, I would say, 5 years old. And I just realized this year, for some silly reason, that it is actually a climber. And so I'm going to try to train it. I'm thinking about maybe getting like a little arch, but right now it just has the most beautiful roses that are blooming off of it. And I think probably, though, next year I may need to trim it back some. Also, I'm a little bit concerned because there's some of the leaves have some spots on them. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of a deep dive and identify that and then treat that. But I'm just kind of letting it go. I love that it drops these beautiful petals and it makes it look like it's like a bridal walkway. And this is the type of rose, I believe it's maybe called a tea rose, that smells truly like a rose, like that deep fragrant rose smell. And so I am absolutely loving this one. It just has the sweetest, prettiest blooms. In fact, I would love to just plant my whole backyard full of these roses. Wouldn't that be amazing? I just think it would be so pretty. I love roses, and they do really, really well in my area because we have somewhat sandy soil, but more than anything, we have a lot of heat in the summer. So we have humidity and heat. So it kind of loves that. And I think that's maybe why there's some spots on some of the leaves, because we're getting a lot of rain. And my roses always, they love getting a good drink of water, but too much rain for roses is not a good thing. So anyway, and I wanted to share with you guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but some of the roses have a little bit of like a dark pink or hot pink in them. So it's interesting if you look at like a real rose, all the different colors. Here are my petunias. They're hanging in there so far. Again, we've been getting a lot of rain, which some of my flowers don't like to get too soggy. I also have a big, beautiful purple iris in my front yard that is blooming so pretty. The only thing about irises is I feel like they just bloom and then they're just green, which I know that's how, you know, some perennials are, but I wish they had like a little bit more of a blooming season. But I'm loving this big, beautiful purple iris. It just gives that pop of color. And then I have several different knockout roses planted. I used to have mulch in my front yard, but I changed to the rocks, and I feel like the roses really like the rock. I didn't do it for the roses. I just did it really to maintain. And there is my kitty cat, Tinky Bear, and she is saying hi to everyone. But these knockout roses I thought were actually going to be dead. I cut them all the way back last year. And when I say all the way back, I cut them down to a little bitty tiny nub. and they actually came back this year and aren't nearly as scraggly. And then here's those petunias that I shared with you guys that I made like a little petunia bed in my front entryway, which they're doing really, really well here. I'm happy. It actually started to rain out, if you guys can tell, on the ground there. And there's my pretty hosta and my little vining plant that I planted. But the real star of the show this season, although all of the florals are gorgeous, are these big 3 giant knockout rose plants that are on the other side of my driveway. They are in full bloom, you guys. I mean, they are showing up and showing out. I love the hot pink variety, and it almost looks like a desert type of rose to me. It's less to me of a rose and more of like a desert type of rose, which is perfect because this spot right here gets absolutely no shade. So they are thriving in this full hot sun. I live in the southern Midwest, just for a point of reference if you guys are thinking about planting any of these. So I hope you enjoyed my little mini garden tour. There's that big graduation bow that I added to my wreath and my front porch. And there's Miss Tinky again. And then I have to share with you guys Benji Bear. I took him rock fishing at the lake. The lake is finally starting to warm up. It was a big, beautiful sunny day. He loves going fishing for rocks. This is like his favorite, absolute favorite thing to do when we go for a walk out by the lake. He loves to get his little nose in there and just pull as big of a rock as he can out of the water, which is so hilarious because used to when he was a puppy, he did not like water at all. But now as he's gotten a little bit older, he will get in. He's not nearly as scared of it. And then another funny thing that he does is when there's like a significant kind of wave that laps up onto the shore, he will bark at it like it is offending him. He's mad at that wave because really he's trying to do all his rock fishing. So Benji Bear wants to say hi to all his puppy dog and kitty cat fans out there. We love you so, so much. Look at that big boy getting that rock. And I hope y'all are having a gorgeous, fabulous, blessed day. Thank you all so, so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafting and decorating adventure. It's such a true blessing and honor to have each and every one of you all here. If you all are new, welcome. I'm Olivia, Olivia's Romantic Home, and I'm a DIY crafty mama. I have a passion for crafting and decorating on a budget. I also love to kind of bake and garden around, just kind of everything to do with homemaking and making a beautiful home. So I'm super excited for some new videos coming up as my kids finished up their graduation session, and just looking forward to the future with so much joy, you guys. I'm so excited for this season. Actually, it's gonna be super fun. But so anyway, I have been doing a devotional with you guys. So let's read out of that. The latest chapter that we're in is on obedience, which is an amazing chapter. And let's see what today's devotional has to say. I love reading out of this devotional. There's just so many good little nuggets of truth and wisdom that I can apply to my daily life. And I know you guys have been loving it as well. So I'm thankful for all of your encouragement, because to step out in faith is a little bit nerve-wracking on the internet, you know. Okay, this devotional is called He Whispers Your Name. It's by Cherry Hill. You guys can grab it off of Amazon. Super easy to do. So this one for today says, closer and closer. Whenever you start to feel stressed and overwhelmed by the troubles of life, draw closer to me. Allow the time of despair to drive you deeper into your faith and closer to me. Your prayers need to be spectacular, or your prayers need not be spectacular. A simple help me is all I need to hear. So if we need help, all we have to do is say, help me. God hears us. That's really good, because sometimes I find myself at a loss when it comes to praying correctly. But is there any really correct way to pray? I think we just need to talk to God as much as we can. So that's all God needs to hear is help me, so that I might strengthen you and fill you with peace. Your requests speak volumes to me as I prepare my answers to your pleading heart. Your troubles should be reminders to draw near to me and listen carefully to my voice. This is why you can rejoice in trials, because you are able to fully experience my presence and my provision in ways you might otherwise never have been able to. Turn the problems into prayers, and the Holy Spirit will guide you in the path I prepared for you to take, and stand upon my word, and your battle is won. Know that if you completely rely upon me, I will teach you my ways and lead you on a path that leads to victory. So when you encounter trials, know that they have no power over my own. My word should assure you of my unfailing love. It should remind you to trust in me completely. I've never failed you and I never will. And that is the truth. God will never fail us. He never fails us, and he's never going to fail us. So we can always trust in God. The Bible is the best truth, you guys, the best. It's like a guidebook to life. So place yourselves under God's authority. Resist the devil and he will run away from you. Come closer to God and he will come close to you. Clean up your lives, you sinners, and clear your minds, you doubters. James 4:7-8. All right. Tidy it up, you guys. Tidy up your minds and your hearts. One of the biggest things I've done to tidy up my heart is to forgive. God has asked me to pray for people before that have hurt me deeply, not just hurt me a little bit, like shattered my heart. And I'm like, oh my goodness, God, how can I do that? So I'll just say a little simple prayer like grumble. But as I began to become more faithful with God and listen to God and really see other people as just very human, I can really pray for them with a very willing heart, because here's how I know that has to happen. Because God has forgiven me, and I constantly need God's forgiveness and grace and mercy. So I am not anyone to hold anyone in unforgiveness. So clean up your heart by forgiving. That's such a great thing. So get into the word and see what God's scripture says has to say about forgiveness. It will change everything. I promise you. You can forgive anything and everything and anyone of anything and everything with God's help. With God's help. God is a great healer. He's a great heart surgeon. So I hope that this has encouraged you guys. I'm going to hug all of your hearts so tight. I love y'all to the moon and back. I'm super excited. Just wow, it's a beautiful day. It's just God has given us some rain for our flowers. The birds are singing, and what more could we ask for? So thank you for being here, and until our next video, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.